So to kick it off, I'm going to introduce the people that have been on this panel of providing this session. To start off, I'd like to thank Sylvia for enabling the Zoom chat, and she'll also be setting up the link on the DVAC website so that you'll be able to reference it at the end of this session. I also have my other amigos, Ramona, who's going to talk to Facebook, and Carolyn, who's going to talk to Instagram. Now I'll hand it off to, let's go with Ramona to do the Facebook.
So I'm going to go to Facebook. All right, so everyone can see my Facebook screen?
Yes.
So I look after the Don Valley Art Club Facebook page, and I will be posting the artwork show promotional material on the site here. But for purposes of this demo, I'm going to have to demo on a different page because as an editor on the page, I only have limited ways I can share. So I'm going to go over to an example, which is another Facebook page called Street Art. But this will work exactly the same with the Don Valley Art Club for members to share. So for instance, in the Street Art, they have this post here. Someone had completed this piece of art, and let's just say you want to share it. It's quite simple. You click on share, and you'll be provided with different options. So if you say share now friends, it will automatically go onto your Facebook page as is. You can't add anything unless you edit later. If you click on share to newsfeed, it will go to your newsfeed, and you have the option of writing up a little blurb at the top with whatever you want to say. For anyone that uses Messenger in Facebook, you can send private messages to your contacts, whoever you select. I've never used Send in WhatsApp, so I don't know what to say about that. You can share to a group that you belong to. If you have your own art page, you can share it to that page. You can tag basically a friend on their profile. And I have not used Twitter, so I don't know about that one. Or you can copy the link, and you could do whatever you like with that link. You could send it via Facebook, or you could go to your email and copy the link there and send it to your friends that way. But I think the easiest way I'm going to demonstrate is share to newsfeed, and that automatically goes to my page. So now I can choose if I'm going to send it to everyone, whoever wants on the internet can see what I'm sharing, or I could just send to my friends or specific friends, etc. You can see all your options here, but normally you're probably going to say public or friends. So in this instance, I'm going to say friends, and over here, I'll write a little blurb about this. Because of the content, I'm going to say, yes, I do miss Obama. And you can post it. And now you'll see if I go to my page, there it is. So the Don Valley Art Club will work exactly the same if you want to share something. Okay, I'm going to delete this for now. And I'm going to show you how to upload an image to your Facebook page. So on your personal Facebook page, or if it's your art page, go to a new post, click on photo/video, and remember where you placed your image. I know right now I have my sample in the downloads folder, so I'm going to select it in there. So just click on it and click open. And write something here. I'm just going to write this is a test. I don't want my friends to start questioning me about when's the show. Okay, so, and just hit post. And that's it. It's on your Facebook page. And I'm going to delete this one as well for now. That's pretty much it. It's pretty straightforward. Does anyone want me to go through it again?
Yes.
Okay, I'll do it again.
Thank you.
So I'm going to go to, let's see. Which one is that one? I have to open up a new page there. I'm going to go to street art. Okay, so once again, the only reason why I'm going to street art is because I can't demonstrate as an editor how to share on another page. So everything I'm showing you here, you can do on the Don Valley Art Club Facebook page when you go to it. So once again, I see a post here. I'll pick a different one. No, sorry, I won't. I'll just stick with this one. So let's just say this is the sales promo for the upcoming show and you want to share it to your site. Go to, within that post, go to share and pick your options, of which there were quite a few. But the two that you're going to use most often is either the share now, it'll share it automatically. You don't have to do anything else. It'll end up on your page as is. Or share to newsfeed, which is the one that I normally use because I like to add my own information. So this might be the blurb that I put in here about the upcoming fall show, and I'll have 4 pieces in there, and I, invite you to drop by online, et cetera, to complement whatever promotional material is in the image, and hit post, and that is it. And now if you go and look at your own Facebook page, there it is. It's on my page now. Okay, so I'm going to delete this. And now I'm going to upload an image. So let's just say I have my one of the paintings that I'm going to put in the show, and I want to post that. So click on photo or video in a new post. I'm going to add my photo. You have to remember where you put it. And in this case, I know I put it in the downloads folder. So I go to that folder and I find my image and I click on it and I click open. And I write my little blurb in here. Whatever I want to write in there. You could write quite a bit if you like. And I hit post. And there it is. It's on my page now. So that's how you copy from the Don Valley Art Club Facebook page to your Facebook page, and it's how you upload your own images that you want to share for the show to your Facebook page. I'm going to move this out. Okay, I'm going to stop share for a second.
Thank you, Ramona.
Okay.
Okay, so I realized that I hadn't walked people through how to resize an image, as well as how to find their files, but I'll do that after Carolyn has had a chance to tell us about Instagram. So go ahead, Carolyn.
All right, I'm going to share my screen now. So what we're talking about here is Instagram, and we're going to be talking about how to post and how to promote. So here we go. The first thing that seemed reasonable to me was we want to make sure that you have an Instagram account. Some people may not be familiar with Instagram. You can't post on Instagram if you don't have an account. So very briefly, for those that might want to know how to get an account, here's the steps. You download the Instagram app from your iPhone or Android. And just at this point, I'm going to stop and just mention that Instagram is really geared to iPhone or an Android phone. It's not, they haven't made it so that it's user-friendly to an iPad or desktop. I'm going to talk about that at the end a little bit more. Once the app's installed, just tap on the Instagram icon to open it. Then you can tap create a new account, enter your email address or phone number, tap next, create a username and password, fill out your profile, tap next, and away you go. So once you have your Instagram account and post your photos. I've set out here the steps individually. So those that like to do sort of step by step, here it is. And I've set out how to post a single photo, and I've set out how to post multiple photos. On Instagram, it's a little bit different for one photo than it is for multiple. Same idea, just a couple of extra steps. So what I'd like to do now is just take you through it with a little bit of visual that might help. So this is my iPhone here. Now I want to get a little bit fancy. Let me just see if I can laser colored blue, red. Yeah, I'm going to try the laser. Oops. Well, maybe I'm, oh yeah, there it is. So on your, if you have an iPhone or an Android, this is an iPhone, what you would do is open the Instagram on your iPhone by clicking on the icon. And what you'll arrive at is your home page. And I have two accounts. I have the Don Valley Art Club account and my own account. So what they say is if you have more than one account, always go down to the bottom there, click on the home, that little icon, just to make sure you're in the account you want to be in, because people have been known to post on the wrong account. And if you work and you're working on someone's account and you post your personal stuff, that's going to be a bad thing. So you make sure you're on your right account. We're on my account here. And then you go up to the top, and the little icon there that is a plus icon, you tap on that, and then that takes you to the next screen. And this is where it gives you options. Instagram they're creating more uses under Instagram. As you know, probably Mark Zuckerberg, who is the Facebook person, he and his company about 2 years ago bought out Instagram. So there's a lot of connection now going between Instagram and Facebook because it's the same company, and they're planning on doing a lot of changes this summer. So right now what Instagram is, it's has always been geared to photos, getting the photos out in a post. But what Mark Zuckerberg has found is the CEO there, I heard his little spiel, and they said they did some research, and what they find is that users want to be entertained as opposed to just seeing things on the screen. So you're probably going to see some changes in the future, more videos, more reels, more stories, because apparently that's what people want to see. So let's get on to posting. So here's your options. So what we would do is click on post, and that would take us to this page. And as you can see at the top, there's already a picture showing, and it's just giving me an idea. This is my photos to choose from down below. So you select a photo, and let's say I selected this petunia. And what you can do on Instagram is you can touch the screen and it will allow you to adjust that photo to fit the frame in some way that you might like, which is fine. So then when you're finished that, up here, you press on next, tap on next, and that'll take you to the next screen. And you pick a filter. It's all ready for you to go. You can go through, I won't go through all of them, but they show you here the different filters. If you like one, you can use it on your photo. And then the next step would be to tap on the edit, and they give you different editing devices there, and you can choose it as you wish. When you're finished, you tap on next. And this is the page where you're actually going to now write your caption right up here. And really, I have discovered that you can write a caption with up to almost 350 words. We do it for the club because we like to talk about the person who's actually presenting on Friday nights. And I think it's nice to do that. But normally a caption, you probably wouldn't do that many. You'd probably only do 15, 20 words, maybe less. And you should always remember to use hashtags. They're important. That gets, that promotes your post. Tag people, tag friends. Adding your location is worthwhile too. And when you're finished doing all that, right down here before we leave this, you'll see Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr. I have them off, but you could turn them on, and then you get that connection going. As I had mentioned about where Instagram is going now, it's trying to interface with Facebook. So once you're satisfied with your caption and you've got everything in there that you want, you just go to the top, click on share, and off it goes. So that's how you do an Instagram post for one single photo. The next one, oops, here it is, multiple. I am just going to quickly go through posting a multiple photo. Essentially, it's the same thing. When you do the photo, I wonder if I can just, oh yeah, okay. So when you get to the page where it says, okay, select the photos that you want to do in your post. At this point, you can see right here, there's an overlapping square icon. You have to tap that because it's telling Instagram, oh, this isn't going to be one photo, it's going to be more than one photo. So what I found is that it will allow you, if you select a photo, and you can see it'll number them down here. If you select them, just whatever number you want. If you start with one, you can actually go up to the picture and adjust it. And then you can go for the second picture and you can adjust that one. When you're done, you tap next. And it's the same thing as you saw with the single photo. You tap on the photo, you apply your filter, tap on edit, apply your edits. When you're done, tap done. And you just repeat it with all the photos that you're doing. And then when you're finished, at the top, you tap next. And you are on the page where you're now going to send your multiple photos as a new post. The difference here, this is the only reason I wanted to show you this, so that if you're doing multiples, you'll see that your picture up here, they always give you a little photo. You see the overlapping double icon, that tells you you have more than one photo. And it's the same thing as we did with single, write a caption, tag people, location, all the same. When you're ready, you go up to the top, share. And that is how you do a single photo post and a multiple photo post. And I found out something interesting. We were having some discussions about Instagram and why can't you post, or why is it so difficult to post from a PC or a Mac? And what I found out in a little bit of research this summer, apparently Instagram is now talking about using a desktop version where you can actually post your photos from. So they're trying it out apparently with some users, not everyone, and probably it's just in the United States right now. but apparently they're moving in that direction. So all I can say is it's out there, I think. Wait and see. We'll have to wait and see what happens. For those of you that really feel that you want to use your Instagram on a PC or Mac, there's a couple of sites here. And actually, if you go online, you'll find quite a few, they call them workarounds posting on Instagram from PC or Mac. So it shouldn't be too hard to find. But just keep your eyes open. Maybe in a year from now, we might be able to post from our PCs or our Macs. And the last thing is promotion on Instagram. Just a few words. Not to belabor it, but you know what? Family and friends. Invite members, family, and friends to enjoy your artwork. They'll help you get some initial engagement. And always like and share art show and artist posts. The more likes a post receives, the more frequently the post will appear. Hashtags, they're very useful and essential to promote. You can target a very specific group of people, and the hashtags get your content in front of a larger audience. When you're doing your post and you're doing your caption, they suggest that you put some of your hashtags within that caption, but they say avoid stacking them at the end. Try to intersperse within the caption. It looks, it's more easily readable, and you want your post to look as professional as possible. Now, posting at the right time. This is important. It's important because of Instagram's algorithm and feed function. If you publish at a time when more people are online and are ready to engage with your posts, you will generate more engagement. The amount of engagement, i.e. likes and comments, that your post gets of those, the more likely Instagram is going to show your post. It's just the way Instagram works. So doing it at the right time, and doing it consistently, regularly, and consistency. Your images, they should do the best images you can. They should be quality images. They all can't be, you know, like perfect, but try to do the best you can with your images. And follow others and like their photos. It's a reciprocal thing, and people just like to engage in that way, and it helps you when you're doing the promotions that you want to get that engagement going. And be interactive and respond to followers when they, please don't, if somebody's taking the time to post a comment or a question, please try to respond to them. And tagging users. What's important about that is you have these notifications that go out. So if you tag a user, a notification goes out, and that notification, that user may say, oh, something's going on there. They view the post, and in viewing the post, they're more likely to like it and get engaged with it, which helps you. And the location feature, you may say, well, why would I worry about adding the location? Well, it shows where you took the photo, or it shows where you happen to be. And this is important because many people search by location on Instagram. So it increases the likelihood of your post getting viewed and therefore liked by users other than your followers. Just a few little comments on promotion. And that takes me to the end of our Instagram.
You mentioned that there's a best time to post on Instagram. Do you happen to know what that best time might be?
The best time is the right time for the people that you're trying to engage. So a couple of examples. If you were trying to engage CEOs of a particular business, you'd want to make sure that you're not posting at a time when they're going to have their busiest time, which is probably going to be 9, 10, 11 o'clock in the morning on a weekday. Maybe they're going to start looking at their posts at the end of the day. So you want to gear the right time to the people that you're trying to engage. For example, if you're trying to engage maybe a product that you're trying to gear towards mothers of school-age children, well, don't do it at 7 in the morning or 8 in the morning. Wait until the children are in school, then do the times that it would be their downtime. So every time, the right time is a different time for the people that you're trying to engage. It's your right time.
How would you tag? I think you usually tag a person by using the number sign and then.
So there's hashtag, which
Yeah.
is one thing, and hashtag is the number sign with a, for example, hashtag art. Well, that would be something that we'd all be interested in because we're interested in art. If you put hashtag ART in your caption, it's going to be widespread because there's so much art. If you were interested in pictures of sunsets, you would do hashtag sunset. And what happens is Instagram reads that and focuses and sends it. It includes it with other sunset views, pictures, photos.
And you can also tag by using the @ sign.
The hashtag, there's tags.
Yeah.
I wonder if we can go back and I'll show you.
Because the question was, how do you tag?
Okay, so tag people. Let's talk about hashtags. So hashtag would be the number sign with a word behind it, right?
Yeah.
And what you do is you would put that hashtag and whatever word you choose within your caption. Okay, that's hashtags. Tag people, you could actually go into the picture that you have. Two options. You can go to tag people, click on here and choose people, or you could go into your post before you send it and click on the photo and say who you want, and it'll say, okay, who do you want this to go to? And you click on who you want that to be sent to, and it'll show up in their feed. So two different things. Hashtag is a word with that number sign in front of it. Tag people is different. That's where you're actually noting a photo and you're sending that photo to your friend.
Yeah, I just want to, could I mention, I just put at the top. Have you ever used Dropbox?
I have not used the, you mean using the Dropbox? No, I have not used the Dropbox.
I use it all the time because I take a lot of digital camera pictures, and because I don't like my cell phone, the pictures it takes. So I put them on my desktop and then transfer them to the Dropbox, and then you can open it up on your cell phone under the Dropbox.
Yeah, just let's talk about that for a minute, because some people have, and you found I don't call that a workaround. It's a fair way of dealing with it. I get a lot. Some people say, oh, I've got all these photos that I really like, but they're not on my camera, they're on my desktop.
Yeah.
I don't find, like, for example, on Friday nights we do we have the presentations, and different people will do a blurb on that, and they'll send me photos. And those photos, they come in all different kinds of sizes. And if you go into Instagram and you just plunk your photo in there, it'll crop it the way it wants to make it fit. But I always like to, people have taken the time to do those photos, and I take the time to actually save that to my desktop, that photo. Then I go to a third-party app, it's called Kapwing, and I resize it so that I'm fitting it exactly in to the size that I want.
What's the name of the app?
Kapwing, Kapwing. And so that now is in Kapwing, but I can actually move that back into my desktop. And I don't seem to have a problem, because even though I've worked on something and I've edited it and it's back on my desktop, I make sure that I didn't put it on here because I didn't know how many people would be interested in knowing how to do it. But there's a way that you could email a photo to yourself. You could move it. The point is to get it into your photos on your desktop. And I'm in the cloud, right? The iCloud. So my phone talks to my computer, no problem. All of my photos are right there on my camera. And these are the ones that I've resized and edited. There they are. So I don't really have I don't know if it's because, like, would it be that the photo that you have on your desktop, if it was shared into your phone, it won't be as good a resolution? Is that the concern?
No, it's just getting it to my phone, because my phone and my desktop, I don't have them connected. So
If you have iCloud, and I don't know if you do, but if you have iCloud problems, because they just talk to each other immediately. And I'll go and have a coffee and I'll come back. Oh, all my photos are now ready to go in my iPhone. It's beautiful. But if you don't have iPhone,
Another
it might be a
person
problem.
just mentioned that Google Photos also stores cell photos. Let's go to the next. There's another question that's come up. I have a question about the promo art piece. Does the image I send in for consideration for promotional material have to be my main piece? No, it doesn't. It can be one of the 4 pieces that you're going to be posting. But thank you, Carolyn. You can
Okay, yep,
stop
I'm good.
sharing.
All right, thank you. All right, I'm going to go
Thank you
out now.
very
Okay,
much.
stop share. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
And I think not sure how I spotlight myself for a second. What I'm gonna do is actually walk you through something that I said I would be doing. It's showing you how to rename your files. So hopefully you can see this. So basically this is Explorer on the PC. And I'm going to, I know that I've saved my images under Pictures in a folder called Saved Pictures. And here are my images. So this was one that I'd submitted before. The way you name, the naming configuration is basically last name first. So I put my last name first. I put an underscore, put my first name. I put the title of the image, and I think I'm going to call this Monet moment. And then I'm going to put the width, and this happens to be a 12 by 12. So that's how I'm going to name it, and see it's going to end up getting a JPEG as its extension. It also tells me that this one is 1.11 megabytes, and if you recall, we'd said to have it 2 megabytes, between 2 megabytes and 5 megabytes. How am I going to do that? I think this is some an app called Faststone that Sylvia had walked us through. Yeah, I happen to be. I was on Explorer. I was in Faststone. Okay, so go to resize it. I go here, and you'll see that. One second. I'll go to Edit. And I'll go to resize, and I'll actually change the pixelation to, let's go with 8,000. I've kept the ratio the same, just so that the image doesn't get distorted. And I'll go okay. So you can use whatever app that'll allow you to do this. I'm using Faststone because that's what Sylvia had actually demoed for us a while back. And you'll see that the image size will change. Okay. So you can see that the size went up significantly to 7.3 megabytes.
Right.
Now that's beyond the thing. So I need to change the size to a bit smaller. Okay, so you can see that it's now at 6. So you keep on playing with it until you get it to the place you want it to be.
Right.
I'm going to resize it again because it's obviously bigger. Let's go to 6. 6500. So basically what I'm doing here is changing the number of pixels, and that will enable how sharp the image is, so that when it's showing up on the show website, it'll be a lot more crisper if it's within that range of megabytes that we have recommended, of 2 megabytes to 5 megabytes. Because anything below that won't be as nice as visually. So when it, basically when people zoom in, they won't see the brush strokes and the colors that you have. So I think basically people, if you have an editor app, click on your image and you'll be able to play with resizing by, usually the function is under the edit piece, and there's something called resize the image. Play with that. Like Sylvia said, make sure you save it, and if you refresh it, it'll go back to go down to the new size of that image that you found. And then make sure that you know which file folder that image is in, what you've named it. Write it down on a piece of paper so that when you go to onto the submission to the submission form, you know exactly where the picture is, which folder, what the name was, and then it's easy as click, 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 click as you go through the steps of submission. Okay, I think that's it. Thank you, Ramona, Carolyn.